The vitamins in these really boost cognitive function.
Absolutely. The beta-carotene is like fuel for the brain.
Yeah.
And the antioxidants help with memory, too.
Yeah.
I think people underestimate how good carrots are for you.
They really are, especially fresh like this. Imagine all that vitamin A in this juice.
Pure gold.
What if one of the most powerful foods for protecting your brain wasn't an expensive supplement, wasn't a trendy superfood, and wasn't something hidden away in a specialty health store, but something sitting quietly in your refrigerator right now? A simple carrot. Most people think carrots are only good for eyesight. That's what we've heard for decades. But emerging research is revealing something far more fascinating. Scientists are beginning to uncover surprising connections between carrot consumption and long-term brain health, and the implications are incredible. Because right now, millions of Americans are worried about memory loss, mental fatigue, brain fog,
difficulty concentrating, and the possibility of cognitive decline as they age. But what if small daily choices could help support the brain years before problems appear? What if protecting your future memory begins with what you place on your plate today? And perhaps most surprising of all, what if one humble orange vegetable has been quietly helping humans do exactly that for centuries? Stay with us, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why researchers are paying closer attention to carrots than ever before,
and how this ordinary food may play a surprisingly important role in keeping your mind sharp for years to come. When we think about brain health, we often imagine complicated solutions. Advanced supplements, special diets, expensive programs. Yet many experts agree that the foundation of a healthy brain often starts with something much simpler: consistent nutrition. Every single day, your brain works harder than almost any other organ in your body. Even while you sleep, it manages memories, processes emotions, coordinates movement, controls breathing, and powers every thought you've ever had. To perform all of those tasks, it requires a constant supply of nutrients.
Not occasionally, not once a month, every day. That's where carrots enter the story. Because beneath their simple appearance lies a remarkable combination of compounds that may help support brain function in ways many people never realize. But before we explore the science, there's a fascinating story behind this vegetable that most people have never heard. And it begins thousands of years ago.
Believe it or not, the first carrots weren't orange. In fact, ancient carrots appeared in shades of purple, yellow, red, and even white. Historians believe carrots originated in regions that today include Afghanistan and parts of Central Asia. Thousands of years ago, people cultivated these early varieties not primarily for the root itself, but for their aromatic leaves and seeds. Over time, traders carried carrots across continents, through the Middle East, into Europe, and eventually around the world. The orange carrot we recognize today emerged much later. Many historians believe Dutch growers selectively cultivated orange varieties during the 16th and 17th centuries.
And from that point forward, carrots became one of the world's most popular vegetables. But here's what's fascinating. Long before modern laboratories existed, various cultures already viewed carrots as a valuable health food. People didn't know about antioxidants. They didn't understand beta-carotene. They had never heard the words oxidative stress. Yet generation after generation continued incorporating carrots into traditional diets. Why? Because they noticed something. People who regularly consumed colorful plant foods often seemed healthier and more resilient. Today, modern science is helping explain why.
And the answer leads us directly to the brain. Before we understand how carrots may support the brain, we first need to understand what challenges the brain faces every day. Imagine your brain as a bustling city. Millions of messages travel constantly. Information flows nonstop. Energy is being produced every second. But all of that activity comes with a cost. During normal metabolism, the body generates unstable molecules, often called free radicals. In small amounts, they're normal, but over time, excessive oxidative stress may contribute to cellular wear and tear. Think of it like rust slowly forming on metal, not overnight, but gradually, year after year.
Scientists believe oxidative stress is one factor involved in the aging process throughout the body, including the brain. Now add modern life. Stress, poor sleep, ultra-processed foods, lack of exercise, environmental pollution. All of these may place additional strain on our systems. This doesn't mean cognitive decline is inevitable. Far from it. In fact, researchers continue discovering lifestyle habits that may help support healthy brain aging. And one recurring theme appears again and again: colorful vegetables, especially those rich in protective plant compounds. Which brings us to one of the most important nutrients found in carrots.
A nutrient that gives carrots their famous orange color and may play a fascinating role in supporting long-term brain health. In the next section, we'll uncover the science behind beta-carotene and why researchers are increasingly interested in what it might mean for memory, focus, and healthy aging. The answer may surprise you.
So what exactly makes carrots so special? The answer begins with a nutrient called beta-carotene. It's the compound responsible for the vibrant orange color of carrots, but its role goes far beyond appearance. When you eat carrots, your body can convert beta-carotene into vitamin A, an essential nutrient involved in numerous functions throughout the body. And while vitamin A is often associated with vision, researchers have become increasingly interested in how antioxidant-rich foods may support healthy brain function over time. Why? Because the brain is incredibly demanding.
Although it represents only a small percentage of body weight, it consumes a surprisingly large share of the body's energy. And where energy production happens, oxidative stress naturally follows. This is where antioxidants enter the picture. Think of antioxidants as part of your body's maintenance crew. They help support balance and protect cells from excessive wear caused by everyday metabolic processes. And carrots happen to be one of the richest sources of beta-carotene available in an ordinary grocery store. Not exotic, not expensive, not difficult to find, just simple carrots. But here's where things get even more interesting.
Because beta-carotene is only the beginning. Carrots also contain a wide variety of plant compounds that work together in ways scientists are still exploring. And some researchers believe this combination may be more powerful than any isolated supplement. Nature rarely works with single ingredients. It works with teams, and carrots are packed with them. Let's talk about one of the biggest fears many people have as they grow older: memory loss. Most of us have experienced moments when we forget a name, misplace our keys, walk into a room and suddenly forget why we entered. Occasional forgetfulness is normal.
But many people worry about maintaining sharp memory throughout life. Researchers studying healthy aging often emphasize the importance of dietary patterns rich in fruits and vegetables. Why? Because these foods provide nutrients that help support overall brain function. Carrots contribute to this nutritional picture by supplying antioxidants and other beneficial compounds that may help support healthy cells throughout the body. Now, this doesn't mean carrots are a magic memory pill. No food can guarantee perfect memory. But what we eat consistently over decades can influence the environment in which our brain operates.
And small choices repeated daily often produce the biggest long-term results. Think about that. A few carrots today may seem insignificant, but multiplied over years and decades, those choices begin to matter.
Have you ever experienced brain fog? That frustrating feeling where your mind seems slower than usual. You reread the same sentence. You struggle to concentrate. Simple tasks take longer. Many factors can contribute to mental fog: poor sleep, stress, dehydration, nutritional imbalances. And while carrots aren't a cure-all, they fit beautifully into dietary patterns associated with overall wellness. One reason may be their nutritional density. Unlike heavily processed snacks that often provide quick energy followed by a crash, carrots deliver fiber alongside valuable nutrients. This can help support steadier energy throughout the day.
And when energy levels remain more stable, mental performance often benefits too. The connection between food and focus is something many people underestimate. Your brain is built from what you consistently feed it. Every meal becomes part of the story, which raises an important question. Could some of the foods we overlook be helping us more than we realize? The answer may be yes, and carrots are a perfect example. Your brain depends on one thing every second of every day: blood flow. Without a steady supply of oxygen and nutrients, brain cells simply cannot function optimally. That's why cardiovascular health and brain health are deeply connected. In fact, many experts now describe them alayhim salam, two parts of the same story. What helps support the heart often helps support the brain. Carrots contain compounds that fit naturally into heart-friendly dietary patterns. They're low in calories, rich in nutrients, and easy to include in balanced meals. When combined with exercise, quality sleep, and other healthy habits, carrots can become part of a lifestyle that supports both cardiovascular and cognitive wellness. Because protecting the brain isn't just about the brain itself, it's about supporting the entire system. Earlier, we talked about oxidative stress. Now let's explore why scientists pay so much attention to it.
Imagine leaving a bicycle outside for years. Over time, weather slowly wears it down. Not instantly, gradually. Something similar can happen throughout the body. Daily metabolic processes create challenges that cells must continually manage. This is one reason antioxidant-rich foods attract so much scientific interest. Carrots provide beta-carotene and other compounds that help support the body's natural defense systems. And while researchers continue learning more about these mechanisms, one thing remains remarkably consistent. People who regularly consume a wide variety of colorful vegetables tend to enjoy better long-term health outcomes than those who don't.
Could carrots be part of that story? Absolutely. But the next benefit may be the most surprising one yet, because it involves something happening inside the brain that many people have never heard about. And it could play an important role in how well our minds age over time. Let's explore that next.
There's a word that appears again and again in modern health research: inflammation. Now, inflammation itself isn't bad. In fact, it's one of the body's natural protective responses. The problem arises when the body remains under stress for long periods. Poor diet, chronic stress, lack of sleep, physical inactivity. Over time, these factors may contribute to an internal environment that isn't ideal for long-term wellness. Scientists are increasingly interested in how dietary choices influence this process. And once again, colorful vegetables consistently appear near the top of the list. Carrots contain a variety of plant compounds that contribute to their nutritional value.
When combined with an overall healthy lifestyle, these compounds may help support the body's natural balance. Think about your brain for a moment. It's arguably the most valuable asset you'll ever own. It stores your memories, your personality, your experiences, your dreams, everything that makes you who you are. So the question becomes, if protecting your future brain starts with daily habits, why wait until problems appear? This is one reason many longevity experts emphasize prevention rather than reaction. And prevention often begins on your dinner plate. Here's something that surprises many people. Your gut and your brain are constantly communicating.
In fact,
Scientists sometimes refer to the gut as the body's second brain. Trillions of microorganisms live within the digestive tract. Together, they form what's known as the gut microbiome. And researchers are discovering that these microbes may influence far more than digestion. Mood, energy, immune function, and potentially aspects of brain health. Now, where do carrots fit into this story? Fiber. Carrots contain dietary fiber, which plays an important role in digestive wellness. Fiber helps support a healthy digestive system and can contribute to a thriving gut environment.
And because the gut and brain are so closely connected, supporting one may help support the other. This is one of the most exciting areas of modern nutrition science. For years, people thought brain health existed almost entirely inside the skull. Today, we're learning that the story is much bigger. The brain is connected to everything: the heart, the immune system, the digestive system, even the foods we eat every day. And carrots happen to support several of these systems simultaneously. That's not magic. That's biology.
Have you ever noticed what happens after eating highly processed snacks? For many people, the pattern is familiar. A quick burst of energy, followed by a sudden crash. Then another craving, and another. This cycle can leave people feeling mentally drained and physically exhausted. Carrots offer a different experience. They're naturally satisfying, contain fiber, require chewing, and fit easily into balanced meals and snacks. While carrots aren't a major source of protein or fat, they can contribute to more stable eating patterns when paired with other nutritious foods. For example, carrots with hummus, carrots with Greek yogurt dip, carrots alongside a balanced lunch.
Small choices like these can help reduce reliance on heavily processed snacks. And when energy remains steadier throughout the day, mental clarity often improves as well. Because sometimes the best way to support the brain isn't through complicated biohacking, it's through simple consistency. Let's talk about something many people underestimate: sleep. You can eat perfectly, exercise regularly, take supplements. But if your sleep is poor, your brain pays the price. Sleep is when the brain performs essential maintenance. It's when memories are processed, information is organized, and the body begins recovery. Now, carrots aren't a sleeping pill, But they can be part of an overall nutrient-rich dietary pattern that supports wellness. And people who prioritize whole foods often report improvements in multiple areas of health, including sleep quality. The connection makes sense. Better nutrition supports better overall function, and better overall function often contributes to better sleep. It's another reminder that health isn't usually about one miracle food. It's about many small habits working together. Here's a fact many people don't realize. Maintaining a healthy weight may also support long-term brain health. Researchers have found important links between metabolic health and cognitive wellness. Again, this doesn't mean perfection. It means balance. Carrots can be a valuable tool because they're naturally low in calories while providing fiber and nutrients. That combination can help increase feelings of fullness compared to many processed snack foods. Over time, these seemingly small choices add up. One snack, one meal, one day at a time. And perhaps that's the most powerful lesson in this entire video. Health transformations rarely happen overnight. They happen quietly, gradually, almost invisibly, until one day the results become impossible to ignore. But we're only getting started, because coming up next, we'll uncover some of the biggest myths about carrots, including one belief that millions of people still think is true today. And the real answer may surprise you.
When most people think about aging, they think about wrinkles, gray hair, and changes they can see in the mirror. But aging begins long before it becomes visible. It happens inside every cell of the body, including the cells that make up your skin. Interestingly, the same antioxidant compounds that attract attention for brain health are also studied for their role in supporting healthy skin. Carrots contain beta-carotene and other naturally occurring plant compounds that contribute to overall nutritional wellness. Over time, diets rich in colorful vegetables are associated with healthier aging patterns. And here's something fascinating.
Some researchers believe that what helps preserve cellular health throughout the body may also help support healthy aging across multiple systems at once. The brain, the skin, the heart, the immune system, they're all connected. Which means that every bite of nutrient-rich food may be doing more behind the scenes than we realize. Your immune system works around the clock, even while you're watching this video, even while you're sleeping. Every second, it's identifying challenges, repairing damage, and helping keep the body functioning properly. And just like every other system in the body, it requires proper nutrition. Carrots provide nutrients that contribute to overall health, including vitamin A precursors like beta-carotene. Vitamin A plays important roles in normal immune function. This doesn't mean carrots can prevent illness, but it does highlight an important principle. A strong body is built from consistent nourishment, not occasional effort, not quick fixes. Consistency. And that's one reason carrots have remained a nutritional staple across cultures for generations. Simple foods often stand the test of time for a reason. Now let's address the benefit everyone already knows. Carrots and eyesight. You've probably heard it since childhood.
Eat your carrots. They're good for your eyes. And there's truth behind that statement. Vitamin A is essential for normal vision. But here's the interesting part. Vision and brain health are deeply connected. After all, seeing isn't just about the eyes. It's about how the brain processes visual information. Every face you recognize, every road sign you read, every beautiful sunset you admire, your brain helps make sense of it all. Maintaining healthy vision can help support independence, confidence, and quality of life as we age. And those factors are incredibly important for long-term cognitive well-being. So while carrots may not give you superhuman eyesight,
They absolutely deserve their reputation, part of a vision-supportive diet. When scientists study regions of the world known for exceptional longevity, they often notice a pattern. People eat lots of plant foods, vegetables, beans, fruits, whole foods. Not necessarily because they're following the latest health trend, but because that's how they've eaten for decades. Carrots fit naturally into these longevity-focused dietary patterns. They're affordable, accessible, versatile, and packed with nutrients. No single food creates a long life, but healthy dietary habits can influence how we age, and carrots happen to be one of the easiest healthy habits to maintain. That's what makes them so powerful. Not because they're extraordinary, but because they're practical. Let's bust one of the biggest myths. Many people still believe carrots are only beneficial for eyesight. In reality, carrots provide nutrients that support multiple aspects of health. We've already discussed their connection to brain wellness, digestive health, immune function, healthy aging, and cardiovascular-friendly eating patterns. The eye health story is important, but it's only one chapter. Carrots are much more versatile than most people realize. Another common myth? That raw carrots are always superior. The truth is more nuanced. Raw carrots offer excellent crunch and fiber. But lightly cooked carrots can make certain nutrients easier for the body to access. This means you don't necessarily have to choose one or the other. Both can be valuable. Raw, steamed, roasted, added to soups, blended into recipes. The best choice is often the one you'll actually eat consistently, because consistency beats perfection every time. Here are a few common mistakes people make. Number 1,
assuming carrots alone can solve health problems. Remember, carrots work best as part of an overall healthy lifestyle. Number 2, not eating enough variety. Carrots are wonderful, but diversity matters too. Different vegetables provide different nutrients.
Number 3. Thinking healthy eating must be complicated. Sometimes the simplest foods are the most valuable. And finally, waiting for a health scare before making changes. The best time to support your brain isn't after problems appear, it's now. Because the habits you build today may help shape the quality of your life years from now. And in the next section, we'll explore real-world stories of people who transformed their health habits, simple ways to add more carrots into your daily routine, and one surprising lesson about brain health that almost nobody talks about.
Let's step away from the science for a moment. Because sometimes the most powerful lessons come from real life. Imagine a man named Michael. In his early 50s, he felt constantly exhausted. Not sick, just drained. His afternoons were filled with brain fog. His concentration seemed weaker than it used to be, and he often relied on processed snacks to get through the day. One day, after a routine health conversation with his doctor, Michael decided to make a simple commitment. Nothing extreme, no complicated diet, no expensive supplements. He simply started replacing some processed snacks with whole foods, fresh fruit, nuts, vegetables, including carrots.
Within weeks, he noticed something unexpected. He felt more satisfied between meals. His energy became steadier. He found himself reaching for fewer sugary snacks. Now, were carrots solely responsible? Of course not. The real transformation came from the overall lifestyle shift. But carrots became one of the small habits that helped make healthier choices easier. And that's the lesson. Life-changing results often begin with surprisingly small decisions. Now consider Susan, a retired teacher in her 60s. She watched several family members struggle with age-related cognitive challenges, and she decided she wanted to be proactive. Not fearful, proactive. She began focusing on habits linked to healthy aging. Daily walks, better sleep, mental stimulation, and more nutrient-rich foods. One of her favorite additions? Carrots. Easy to prepare, affordable, always available. Years later, Susan still enjoys reading, learning, traveling, and spending time with her grandchildren. Again, no single food deserves all the credit, but her story highlights an important truth. Protecting brain health isn't one dramatic action. It's thousands of small actions repeated consistently, day after day, year after year. We live in a world obsessed with shortcuts, the newest supplement, the latest trend, the miracle solution. But here's what many longevity researchers repeatedly emphasize. The fundamentals still matter most. Nutritious food, regular movement, quality sleep, stress management, strong relationships, and consistency. Carrots represent something bigger than nutrition. They represent a return to fundamentals, a reminder that extraordinary health often grows from ordinary habits. The truth may not be exciting, but it's powerful, because anyone can start, today, right where they are. So what's the best way to enjoy carrots? Fortunately, there are plenty of options. Raw carrots make an excellent snack. They're convenient, portable, and satisfying.
Lightly steamed carrots can be a delicious addition to lunch or dinner. Roasted carrots develop a natural sweetness many people love. Carrot soup can be comforting and nutrient-rich. Even shredded carrots in salads add color, texture, and nutrition. The key isn't finding the perfect preparation method. The key is finding methods you genuinely enjoy. Because foods you enjoy are foods you're more likely to eat consistently. And consistency is where the magic happens.
Here's a practical tip many people don't know. Some nutrients in carrots are fat-soluble, which means pairing carrots with healthy fats may help your body absorb them more effectively. Consider combinations like carrots and hummus, carrots and avocado, roasted carrots with olive oil, carrots alongside salmon, carrots in a balanced Mediterranean-style meal. These combinations not only taste great, they can also help create meals that are more satisfying and nutritionally balanced. Simple, practical, and easy to apply immediately. Many viewers ask, what's the best time of day to eat carrots? The honest answer? The best time is the time you'll consistently eat them.
Carrots work well. A morning addition to smoothies, a lunchtime side dish, an afternoon snack, or part of dinner. Unlike many health trends that require strict timing, carrots are remarkably flexible. And that's another reason they're so easy to incorporate into everyday life. There's a lesson many people don't fully appreciate until later in life. Health is easier to preserve than it is to rebuild. The brain doesn't suddenly age overnight. Changes often occur gradually, quietly, over years and decades. Which means the habits that support your future brain must also begin long before problems appear.
And perhaps that's the most important message in this entire video. The future version of you is being shaped by the choices you make today, right now, at this very moment. And in the final chapter of our journey, we'll uncover the biggest takeaway about carrots, brain health, and longevity. A perspective that could completely change how you think about healthy aging forever. Let's explore one final concept that doesn't get enough attention: cognitive resilience. It's the brain's ability to adapt, to learn, to recover from challenges, to continue growing throughout life. Many people assume the brain becomes fixed after a certain age, but modern science tells a different story. The brain remains remarkably dynamic, even later in life. New experiences, new knowledge, new skills, all help keep the mind engaged. But learning requires support. It requires sleep, movement, social connection, and proper nutrition. Carrots fit naturally into this larger picture, not because they magically create intelligence, but because they contribute to the nutritional foundation that helps support overall wellness. Think about the people who seem mentally sharp well into their 70s, 80s, and beyond. Often they remain curious, active, engaged with life.
And they typically maintain healthy habits over long periods of time. Their secret usually isn't one extraordinary thing. It's many ordinary things done consistently. That's the true power of lifestyle. And that's where carrots quietly earn their place.
When people talk about longevity, they often focus on lifespan, how long we live. But perhaps the better question is, how well do we live? Because a long life means little without quality of life. Healthy aging isn't about avoiding every challenge. It's about maximizing vitality, energy, independence, mental clarity, the ability to enjoy life's meaningful moments. And that's where foods like carrots become important. Not because they're miraculous, but because they support a broader lifestyle built around wellness. Every healthy meal, every walk, every good night's sleep, every positive habit. Together, they create momentum. And over years, that momentum can become one of the most valuable investments you'll ever make. By now, you may have noticed something. This video was never really just about carrots. Carrots are simply a symbol. A reminder that health doesn't always come from complicated solutions. Sometimes the most powerful tools have been sitting in front of us all along. Simple foods, simple habits, simple choices. The challenge is that simple things rarely make headlines. They aren't flashy. They don't promise overnight transformations. But they work. Over time, quietly, consistently. That's why the world's healthiest populations often share something in common. They don't chase perfection. They practice consistency. And that may be one of the greatest health lessons ever discovered.
Let's try a simple thought experiment. Imagine yourself 10 years from now, perhaps 20 years. What do you hope life looks like? Do you see yourself traveling? Spending time with family? Learning new things? Enjoying hobbies you love? Laughing with friends? Remembering precious moments clearly? Most people do. But that future isn't built someday. It's built today. The future version of you is shaped by thousands of decisions made in the present. The food you choose. The sleep you prioritize. The movement you embrace. The habits you repeat.
Each one becomes a vote for the kind of future you want to create. And while carrots alone won't determine that future, they can absolutely be one small vote in the right direction.
Your brain carries your entire life. Every memory, every lesson, every person you've ever loved, every challenge you've overcome, every dream you've pursued. It is the archive of your existence, and it deserves care. Not fear, not obsession, care.
Outcomes. So the next time you see a carrot, don't just think about eyesight. Think about nourishment. Think about longevity. Think about the possibility that one small daily habit may help support a healthier future. If you found this video valuable, let us know in the comments. How often do you eat carrots, and what's your favorite way to enjoy them? And if you're interested in simple, science-informed strategies for healthy aging, natural wellness, brain health, and living your best life for years to come, be sure to subscribe and join our community. Because sometimes the smallest choices lead to the biggest transformations. Thank you for watching.
Take care of your brain. Take care of your body. And most importantly, take care of the future version of yourself. We'll see you in the next video.